Hello everyone, I'm Tani, Dragon Ball Legends producer. Thanks for tuning in. Today, we are bringing you the latest Legends info once again, and we are also bringing you a promo code for getting Chrono Crystals at the end of the video, so make sure you watch to the end. Before we get to the new character info, we have info to share about upcoming updates. The first is more info about supporters, which were mentioned in the previous video. We imagine you all have your own predictions about this new feature, but today we'll get into the details. Check out this video.
As you could see, supporters are a new expansion to Legends battle system, where characters appear during battle to provide beneficial effects. And here we have our first ever supporter. This was in the video too, but it's Dende. During the battle against Frieza on Namek, Dende is the character known for healing Gohan and Krillin's wounds. Now let's get into the details of this new supporter system. First, supporters have levels. To raise a supporter's level, you need to obtain a certain number of that same supporter. Unlike battle characters, supporters do not have Z power. You just obtain them one at a time, and as the level goes up, the number of copies needed for leveling up will increase. Raising a supporter's level will power them up by strengthening their abilities, and when you reach certain levels, their illustration will even change. We can only show you the first and second today, but there are 4 different illustrations in total, so be sure to check them out yourself later. Let's talk about how to select supporters. Supporters will be placed in a special deck that is separate from your usual party. A deck can have up to 6 supporters. You can only deploy one of those 6 in battle, and that supporter is your deployed supporter. You select it after matchmaking ends from the supporters in your deck. Pick the right supporter for your party and opponent, then head into battle. You're all probably curious about their abilities, so let's discuss that next. Each supporter will have a support ability as well as support Z ability. The support ability is like a special power. It's a supporter's individual ability that will activate in battle under certain conditions when that supporter has been deployed. In Dende's case, it will restore the health of a characters in battle when it falls below a certain percentage. Dende has a recovery ability, but there is a variety of other kinds of effects, so we hope you're excited for what we have in store. The other ability, the Support Z ability, will boost the stats of battle members during battle. Unlike the Z abilities of battle characters, there are no tag or episode requirements. The buff will activate just by having a supporter in your deck. By putting supporters in your deck and using their Support Z abilities to buff your battle members, then deploying the best supporter for each situation so their support ability can activate, you'll be able to gain the advantage in battle. Lastly, let's discuss how to obtain supporters. There are 2 main ways to get supporters: through summons and from the shop. First, you'll need to obtain the base copy as a drop from summons. They won't be available in every summon, but we plan to include them in summons other than Ultra Rising summons. Once you obtain that first copy from a summon, you can continue to play summons for more, or you can go to the shop and buy summon tickets with which you can obtain them directly. Once you get the first copy from a summon, head to the shop so you can get more copies and raise your supporters level. Supporters are planned for release next month in September. And there will be more than just Dende, so have fun guessing who the others might be as you wait. Here's some more update info next. We're releasing a new in-game shop where you can buy items using Chrono Crystals. You will even be able to buy summon tickets that guarantee you will get a supporter. The lineup of items will update automatically after a certain amount of time has passed, or you can spend a certain item to manually update it. We plan to offer a variety of items, including special titles that are a little different than you may be used to. Don't forget to make use of this new shop. Just like supporters, we plan to add the Chrono Crystal shop in September, so be on the lookout.
That's all the update info we have today. Now, it's time to talk about some new characters. Take a look at this.
Away with you! Hope you're ready.
I'll make this quick.
Now learn. The universe is ours to rule. How's this? Take
Well, does my resurrection surprise you?
You're wide open!
I'll die and return even stronger. This isn't the last you've seen of me. Get out of my way!
What a bore! Is that really all you can muster?
This was revealed at the start of the You'd Make a Worthy Addition to My Clan campaign, but King Cold, the father of Frieza and Cooler, is joining Legends for the first time and in sparking rarity. Metal Cooler, the form of Cooler that was revived and powered up by the big gated star in Dragon Ball Z The Return of Cooler, is also joining as a new Legend Limited character. You may have noticed that in the trailer, there are an animation based on the scene where after Goku and Vegeta finally defeat Metal Cooler in a desperate, hard-fought battle, a horde of Metal Coolers appears on the bridge. This new Metal Cooler recreates that ability. We'll get into the details soon, so just wait a little longer. First, we need to talk about King Cold. Check this out.
Away with you! Hope you're ready.
I'll make this quick.
Now learn. The universe is ours to rule.
King Cold is Element Blue and has Z ability 3 that buffs Tag Lineage of Evil, Tag Weapon Wielder, and Episode Android Saga Z allies. This character's biggest features are its ability to support allies and high-powered special move arts. First, one of King Cold's held arts cards is a special move arts. That means you can increase the number of special move arts in your deck. Then, King Cold's starter ability will boost allies' damage inflicted and special move damage inflicted, increasing your chances to draw special move arts and boosting teammates' offensive power are two support abilities with excellent synergy. Now, for the special move arts, On activation, it will destroy all special move arts, and if at least once it's destroyed, special move damage will get a boost and you'll gain a Dragon Ball. Because one of King Cold's held cards is a special move arts, you'll be more likely to have one enhanced destroyed. It doesn't end there because these effects have great synergy with the special arts. Activating one will reduce the enemy's vanishing gauge and even draw you a special move arts. Use this special arts, then launch a powerful special move arts against your foe while they're unable to evade. That's enough for King Cold. Let's move on to Metal Cooler.
How's this? Take that! You're wide open! I'll die and return even stronger, as many times as it takes! Too slow! You're wide open! Well, does my resurrection surprise you? Take that! This isn't the last you've seen of me! Get out of my way! Too What a bore! Is that really all you can muster?
Metal Cooler is element purple and has a Z ability 3 that buffs Tag Lineage of Evil, Tag Powerful Opponent, and episode sagas from the movie's allies. Metal Cooler is a character that truly excels at defense, and one of the most important reasons for that is the comeback ability. But this isn't like previous comeback abilities. Since Metal Cooler was revived again and again, this one can activate up to 2 times. Being able to take 2 of your opponent's most powerful attacks is already pretty strong, but Metal Cooler will power up each time comeback activates, with buffs to damage guard and more. Metal Cooler even has a sustained damage type unique gauge that charges each time you are hit by an art attack. When the gauge is filled to the max, you'll get a boost to damage guard and interfere with the enemy's offense by increasing the cost of their strike and blast arts. Let's talk about the special arts next. With Metal Cooler's special arts, you can nullify enemies' melee attacks. When you nullify one, your opponent's strike, special, and special move arts will all be sealed. This will allow you to use tackles without fear of enemy strike arts, or even use blast arts without having to worry about being charged with strike, special, or special move arts that have blast armor. Because of that, we recommend beginning your offense with a tackle or a blast arts. With the ability to use comeback twice, as well as a unique gauge, Metal Cooler is highly defensive and can even use special arts to counter enemy attacks. What's more, the starter ability has built-in nullification for abnormal conditions, so Metal Cooler really is a defensive powerhouse. We'll end it there for Metal Cooler.
That's all for the new character info, but we still have more to share. Next up!
This event was held for the first time during the 7th anniversary campaign, but Worldwide Team Battle is back. Like before, players will be split into 2 teams based on their answers to a single question, and then the teams will compete to earn the most points. As for what the question will be, here it is. Would you want to be revived? Mecha Frieza style or Metal Cooler style? I imagine a lot of people are going to have trouble deciding which one to go with. If you know which one sounds good to you, be sure to pick it. Now, let's go over how to participate in Worldwide Team Battle. All you have to do is unlock the mission that corresponds to how you want to answer the question. You receive the ticket for unlocking a mission just by logging in during the team selection period. Once the competition period starts, you can see each team's progress in real time, so work together as a team, and try to earn as many points as you can. Of course, each team will earn rewards based on whether they win or lose, But you can also get medals from each mission that can be exchanged for great rewards like Chrono Crystals at the exchange shop. You won't want to miss out. We are holding the Our Clan and Our Clan Alone Must Be the Strongest in the Universe event, where you will defeat characters from the various planets that appear in Dragon Ball. There are many different planets that appear in Dragon Ball Z, GT, and Super, and important characters from each one will be your enemies in this event. King Cold, Cooler, and Frieza will be battle bonus characters, so use them and aim to become the greatest in the universe. There will also be a new raid event. Goku and other Sol family characters will be bosses, while King Cold, Cooler, and Frieza will be the battle bonus characters. It should make for some exciting battles between these two families. Chrono Crystals and other awesome rewards will be available from the exchange shop. Since tag Lineage of Evil characters will be bonus characters, you'll want to include them as support members to collect raid medals even more efficiently.
And now for some Zenkai Awakening info. This time, a Legends Limited character is getting a Zenkai. Considering the theme of this campaign, some of you may have already figured out which Legends Limited character it is. But let's check out the video.
Out of my way! Out of my sight! What excellent entertainment! Kill them all! I will end this! Say goodbye! This filthy planet! The strongest in the universe!
Legend Limited Final Form Cooler is getting a Zenkai Awakening. The Zenkai ability will target characters who are both Element Red and episode sagas from the movies. When hit by an enemy's arts attack, Disruptive Effect will activate, destroying one card in your opponent's hand and increasing the enemy's arts costs. Plus, Cooler will inflict all enemies with a sub-count upon entering the battlefield. Before Zenkai Awakening, this character makes use of the sub-counts it inflicts when landing strike arts to string together powerful strike arts command chain combos. Now that Cooler inflicts sub-counts just by entering the battlefield, your opponent won't be able to use a strike cover change against your first strike arts. This will make it easier to land the strike arts command chain combos that are this character's greatest strength. Please give Cooler a try. Next up, we have info on the World Championship. Session B of the first stage of the World Championship begins next week on August 20th. That means you still have chances to make it to the second stage. Of course, the new characters joining tomorrow can be used in the competition, so try them in your parties and do your best to clear the first stage. Along with today's premiere, we've also released a video guide on PvP techniques, so be sure to check that out as well. Entry for Session B closes tomorrow, August 13th at 6 AM UTC. As long as you meet the requirements shown here, you will automatically be entered into the competition. If you haven't set up data transfer settings with a Bandai Namco ID yet, don't forget. And if you've already advanced to the second stage, congratulations! You can participate in Session B, but there are exclusive missions available to you, so we hope you'll use them as an opportunity to brush up your skills ahead of the second stage.
That's all the info for today. There are other events planned for the You'd Make a Worthy Addition to My Clan campaign, so look forward to those as well. As we mentioned at the beginning, we have a promo code for you all that you can use to get Chrono Crystals. Here it is.
The promo code this time is MOVIE. please follow the direction on screen to go to the web store, enter the promo code, and claim your Chrono Crystals. You'll be able to claim them right now. Please note that if the web store is experiencing high traffic, you may be unable to claim the gift. If that happens, please wait a while before trying again. Remember that in order to use the web store, you need to set up data transfer settings in-game using a Bandai Namco ID. If you're not sure how, we have a how to use the web store video, so please check it out. There are many great deals currently available on the web store, including weekly free items from the available weekly Legends Support Pack, as well as summer bags exclusive to the web store. Just set up your data transfer settings, and those deals can be yours. Don't forget to check out the web store.
That's all for now. See you in the next Legends information. Thank you for watching. Bye.